Over the last 20 years or so, the slasher subgenre has been fetishized by the horror community to a truly unhealthy degree. Early 80s, no budget, nonsensical, plotless slash and stock films have somehow metastasized from VHS time wasters to beloved comfort food. And I'm not completely innocent here. I love some trash, that's for sure. The genre has always produced more than its share of lovable but irredeemable garbage. I know there's no shortage of fans, but the late 90s, early 2000s second wave of slashers left the worst possible taste in my mouth. If I want Gap commercials with teenage supermodels, I'll just watch an old episode of Dawson's Creek, or more likely, I won't. To me, the whole aesthetic is tragically off the mark. The best I can say about the whole wave of pretty slasher movies is that's just not for me. A few of them aren't horrifically painful to watch, I guess, but I still don't know why I would do that. Not more than once. So, by 2018, I wasn't expecting to fall in love with a new slasher film. I'd still go see them when they came out in the same way I'd swear off McDonald's food after getting a really upset stomach, but then I'd eventually go back anyway, and you don't know exactly why that's happening except that you've always kind of done it. But even that was waning, and I could see the future pretty clearly. There was still a few more Halloween sequels to go before I decided not to just go see everything that comes out in the genre. But the slasher film, as anything more than nostalgia, was pretty much dead to me. But then a movie hit theaters in October of 2018 and instantly became one of my absolute favorites. And I'll eventually cover that movie in this series of videos. But first, I need to talk about a more important film. Game Over came out a year later and immediately took its place on the throne as the best slasher film ever made. In my opinion, of course. I'm not saying it's my favorite because there's actually two higher on my list, and we'll get to both those. But it's the smartest, coolest, most effective movie in the subgenre's history. Let's get this out of the way. It's an Indian movie, there's subtitles. If your idea of exotic cinema is a Dario Argento film, it's probably too big an ask to suggest that you watch it. And that's a goddamn shame and a half because there's nothing here that would feel alien to a Western viewer. Culturally, Game Over is always relatable. You won't need anything explained or deciphered. The main character and final girl, Swapna, is a video game designer and is a virtual shut-in, still licking her wounds and struggling to put a New Year's Eve assault behind her. She's smart and sensitive, but flawed and damaged. Tapsi Pannu's performance is frankly one of the very best in horror's entire history. It would be a crime to spoil any of the film's concepts or twists, and there are plenty of both. But it's enough to say that this isn't just a group of kids going into the woods and then all of but one of them get killed. Game Over uses the slasher template, as well as retro video game culture, to craft an exceptional film about overcoming victimization. And if you think about it, the slasher genre is kind of the perfect mold for that. It's kind of amazing it's taken this long for this to happen. And at the same time, the last third of this film gives you everything you could possibly want in a slasher film, delivered with stunning flair. It's a visual masterpiece as well as a psychological powerhouse. Director Ashwin Saravan's previous film, Maya, is also excellent and worth checking out. But this is his Psycho, his Halloween, his Friday the 13th. The originals, I mean, not the sequels or remakes. He simply crafted one of the genre's finest films. I was lucky to have watched Game Over twice in the theater. I was so gobsmacked that I returned just within a couple days to dig around Swapna's world again, to read all the words on all the posters in her room, to catch a fleeting glimpse of some characters that appear early but become very important at the film's climax. I wish I could gift each of you the chance to see it the way I did on the big screen, but I guess that's not really likely. That said, you can and should check out Game Over on Netflix.